The death or resignation of a pope sends ripples throughout the world. It marks the end of an era and the beginning of a period of reflection and anticipation for Catholics everywhere. As the head of the Catholic Church and sovereign of Vatican City, the Pope holds a unique position of spiritual and geopolitical influence. His words and actions resonate far beyond the walls of the Vatican, impacting global conversations on morality, justice, and peace. He is a shepherd to over 1 billion Catholics, a voice of moral authority on the global stage, and a symbol of continuity for one of the oldest institutions in history. The Pope's role is not just religious, but also deeply cultural and political, bridging gaps between nations and faiths. The process of choosing his successor is therefore of paramount importance, a delicate blend of tradition and contemporary relevance that unfolds in an atmosphere of intense secrecy and prayerful discernment. This sacred duty falls upon the College of Cardinals, who gather in the Sistine Chapel to seek divine guidance. When a vacancy arises, the Church enters a period known as sede vacante, the seat being vacant. This period is marked by solemn rituals and a sense of urgency as the faithful pray for wisdom and clarity in the selection of their new spiritual leader. The College of Cardinals, the Pope's closest advisors, assumes temporary governance, preparing for the conclave that will elect the new Pontiff. These cardinals come from diverse backgrounds and bring with them a wealth of experience and perspectives, all united by their commitment to the Church. The eyes of the world turn to Rome, to the majestic dome of St. Peter's Basilica, where behind closed doors, history is about to be made. The anticipation is palpable as millions await the signal that a new pope has been chosen. The weight of expectation is immense, for the decision made within those walls will shape the future of the Catholic Church for years to come. The new pope will face the challenges of modernity, guiding the faithful through an ever-changing world while upholding the timeless teachings of the Church. The conclave itself is a remarkable event, a vestige of medieval secrecy in the modern world. It is a time-honored tradition that has remained largely unchanged for centuries, shrouded in mystery and reverence. Cardinals from every corner of the globe gather in the Sistine Chapel, its walls adorned with Michelangelo's breathtaking frescoes. These frescoes, depicting scenes from the Bible, add a layer of spiritual gravitas to the already solemn proceedings. The atmosphere is one of solemn contemplation and spiritual intensity. Each cardinal is deeply aware of the monumental responsibility that rests upon their shoulders. The cardinals, clad in their distinctive scarlet robes, are cut off from the outside world, their communications strictly limited. This isolation ensures that their decision is guided solely by divine inspiration and not by external influences. No phones, no internet, no newspapers, only prayer, reflection, and the weighty task before them. The silence is almost palpable, broken only by the soft murmur of prayers and the rustle of robes. The voting process is steeped in tradition. Each cardinal writes the name of their chosen candidate on a ballot, a ritual that has been followed for generations. Cardinals cast secret ballots inscribed with the Latin phrase eligo in summum pontificem, followed by the name of their chosen candidate. This phrase translates to "I elect as supreme pontiff," a declaration of their sacred choice. The ballots are carefully counted, and if no candidate receives a 2/3 majority, they are burned with damp straw, sending black smoke billowing from the chimney above the Sistine Chapel. This black smoke signals to the world that a decision has not yet been reached. The world watches, waits, and prays. People from all walks of life, from the faithful gathered in St. Peter's Square to those watching from afar, hold their breath in anticipation of the momentous announcement. Speculation runs rampant in the days leading up to the conclave. Journalists and Vatican watchers, known as Vaticanisti, analyze every whisper and gesture, attempting to discern the likely frontrunners. The cardinals themselves remain tight-lipped, bound by an oath of secrecy. Yet certain names emerge as potential candidates, each representing a different strand of thought within the Church. Will the next pope be a charismatic leader from Latin America, where the Catholic Church is experiencing vibrant growth? Or a seasoned diplomat from Europe, skilled in navigating complex geopolitical issues? Perhaps a scholar from Africa, known for his theological depth and pastoral sensitivity? Or an advocate for social justice from Asia, challenging the Church to address the plight of the poor and marginalized? The possibilities are as diverse as the Church itself. Outside the Vatican walls, the world waits with bated breath. News channels run constant coverage, analyzing every puff of smoke emerging from the Sistine Chapel. Social media platforms buzz with speculation and debate. Catholics gather in homes, parishes, and public squares, praying for guidance for the cardinal electors. The anticipation is palpable. The papacy is not merely a religious office. It is a global platform, a bully pulpit from which the new pope will address issues of war and peace, poverty and injustice, faith and reason. World leaders too watch closely, aware that the pronouncements of the new pontiff will carry significant moral weight on the international stage. Finally, the moment arrives. The sound of bells pealing from St. Peter's Basilica electrifies the air. White smoke, a sign that a new pope has been chosen, billows from the chimney. The crowd gathered in St. Peter's Square erupts in cheers, a wave of emotion washing over the sea of faces. Inside the Sistine Chapel, the newly elected pope, having accepted his election with the words "Accepto," is helped into his papal vestments. The senior cardinal deacon steps onto the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square. A hush falls over the crowd as he utters the traditional Latin announcement. Annuntio vobis gaudium magnum, habemus papam. I announce to you a great joy. We have a pope. The announcement of the new pope's name is met with a symphony of reactions. In Catholic communities around the world, there is joy, relief, and a surge of hope for the future. Parishes erupt in applause, church bells ring out in celebration, people embrace, tears of happiness streaming down their faces. World leaders issue statements of congratulations, acknowledging the new pope's moral authority and expressing hope for collaboration. The media goes into overdrive, dissecting the new pope's background, theological leanings, and potential impact. Commentators weigh in, offering their takes on what the future holds for the Church and the world under the new pontificate. The new pope, standing on the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square, is acutely aware of the weight of history upon his shoulders. He is the successor of Peter, the fisherman apostle, and inherits a legacy that stretches back nearly 2 millennia. He is now the shepherd of a global flock, facing a myriad of challenges in a rapidly changing world. He must address internal divisions within the Church, navigate complex theological debates, and respond to the cries of the poor and marginalized. He must engage with other religions, promote peace and understanding in a world often riven by conflict, and offer a moral compass in an age increasingly characterized by relativism. The new Pope's pontificate will be shaped by the choices he makes, the priorities he sets, and the vision he articulates for the future of the Church. His leadership will be tested by the myriad of issues facing the modern world. Will he prioritize social justice issues, championing the cause of the poor and marginalized? The world watches to see if he will be a beacon of hope for those in need. Will he focus on interfaith dialogue, seeking common ground with other religions? In a world often divided by faith, his efforts could pave the way for greater understanding and unity. Will he emphasize doctrinal orthodoxy, reaffirming traditional teachings in the face of secularizing trends? The challenges are many, but so too are the opportunities. The new Pope has the potential to inspire millions, to be a voice for peace and justice, to offer hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. His leadership could bring about significant change to offer hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. His every word and action will be scrutinized, debated, and dissected. The media will follow his every move, and the public will form opinions on his decisions. But the world will also be watching, waiting to see if he can live up to the immense responsibility entrusted to him. The path ahead is fraught with challenges, but it is also filled with opportunities for growth, unity, and positive change. The election of a new pope is always a moment of great significance, a reminder of the enduring legacy of the Catholic Church and its ability to adapt and evolve over time. The papacy is an ancient institution, yet it remains remarkably relevant in the 21st century. As the new pope embarks on his pontificate, the eyes of the world will be upon him. He carries the hopes and prayers of over 1 billion Catholics, and his words and actions will resonate far beyond the walls of the Vatican. The future of the Church, and perhaps even the world, may well be shaped by the decisions he makes in the years to come. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.